welcome back. If it's your first time, my name is Sally Adewale, and this is DISBYDEM. Today we're going to be talking about my roommate is a Gumiho. Go ahead and like the video, leave your comments, subscribe, and let's just get into it. I'm not going to go into the details of the show. I'm going to put that in the description. So if you haven't watched the show, feel free to read that. If you watched the show, then you know what we're talking about. Let's just dive into it because I loved it. I loved it so freaking much. So this caught my attention when I watched a short of the clip where he reveals that he's a Gumiho. He looks so... I don't know what it is. I think after Naruto, I loved tailed foxes. I've just loved them. So this one, the Tale of the Nine Tails, like anything that has to do with Gumihos and tailed foxes, sign me up. So if you know any, put it in the comments because I'm going to watch it. I just loved it. So when I saw him as a fox and he was white, oh, he was majestic. I loved it. I loved it so much. Now this stars Jang Ki-young, and oh my lord, what a fine ass man. I'm sorry. I watched him in The Atypical Family, and I did appreciate his beauty in that. I knew that he was handsome, but because he was kind of homeless drunk, he was a homeless drunkard throughout that whole thing, I didn't really appreciate him. In this, Lord Almighty, he was so fine. And she's so cute. Oh, I just loved it. I loved it so much. I enjoyed it very much. It was hilarious. It had heart. It had everything like going on for it. Now, I will say that they left some plot holes missing, and I will address that in my review. But for the most part, I think they smashed it out of the park and they did an amazing job. So let's talk about some of the things that I didn't necessarily understand. So first of all, they did not need 16 episodes. I'm just going to tell you now, because some of the episodes were definitely fillers. I get it. They're trying to mark. I don't know. What is it about the 16 episodes? Do they always need it? Because my husband Japan is doing 10 episodes and they are smashing it out of the park. I'm sure they have finished it by now. But they're doing 10 episodes and they are smashing it. I did not think that I could like a remake of a show that I already loved. But Japan is eating it up. Lord, I don't know how I got into it. Anywho, I don't know what it is about the 16 episodes and why they feel they always have to do 16. They don't. If you don't have the content to fill the episodes, leave it, bruv. Just allow it. There's no need. So 16 episodes is the first thing. Then the dark Gumiho who wanted his pearl. Is that what it was called? What was it called? His bead? I don't know, his blue ball, whatever it is. I didn't understand it. Yeah, they tried to explain that, yeah, she had this crazy notion that if she takes his, she will become a human being. But it still didn't make no sense. Plus, she had, what's the word? Implicated him in the deaths of all these women, and then they just don't talk about it. Yeah, he steals the file, but you can't tell me that that was the only file that they had with him being implicated. So I'm just going to assume that he used his magic to solve those problems so that, you know, I get closure for myself. I didn't understand the need for that. It didn't really make sense, knowing fully well that that was not the main, you know, enemy plot line of the entire thing. It just didn't make sense to me. Second up, the mountain spirit. The mountain spirit had to be one of the most annoying things on this whole thing. So in the end, he was just trying to what? Teach him a lesson? I'm pretty sure there were better ways than tying the string of destiny between Dam and Sonu. Because what about Sonu? That poor boy. Don't get me wrong. I get that he liked her. But the string made it, they intensified the feelings that he had for this girl. So he ends up being brokenhearted, alone, forever knowing that his first love never loved him back. Like, it was just unfair to Sonu in so many ways. And the mountain spirit was just living in, lapping it up, trying to teach his son a lesson. And it's like, there are other ways. You've lived long enough to know that there are other ways. I really loved it when she pulled him back with that string. I was like, yes, damn. You show him who's boss. I loved her. I don't want to talk about her because I will go on this tangent. I really did love her. Those were kind of like, oh, the last one was when he died. He did not need to die. That was all nonsense. And how long was he dead for? What was the timeline? 6 months? 3 months? What was the timeline? There was no need for him to die just for them to bring him back. No explanation, no nothing, no. You sons of bitches. You sons of Beatrices. Like, they just... At least in the Tale of the Nine Tails, his death was explained properly and it served a purpose. What purpose did his death serve here? Just put the poor girl in misery. 22-year-old broken-hearted girl. It was like Goblin all over again. Only worse, Goblin, she was 18. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Don't even get me started. I just didn't think the death was necessary. I also love the nod to Goblin with the red scarf. As soon as I saw it, I squealed. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was like, yes! That's how you do a nod. I don't know if that's what they were going for. I took it like that's what they were going for, and I was very happy with it. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that I loved about it. It was funny. Absolutely hilarious. I love the funny cameos. Like, not always funny, but her mom being a cameo was fantastic. And then what's his name's brother? Jo's brother? That's his name, right? Is it Jo? Jin. Her best friend, the brother. I know him from Dead Skin, but I don't know his name. Also, Oh Jung Se. Oh, it was such a funny cameo. I love that scene. That scene made me tee. I was laughing so hard. The actors and their chemistry, fantastic. The rivalry between Woo Yeo and I'm just going to call him Sa, because that's a Mr. Gray will see him now. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call him Sa because that's what she called him. Between Sa and Haesun, I loved it. She was fantastic, Hannah. It's crazy that I've not seen her since Moon Lovers, and now I'm watching her in Better Late Than Single, and I've watched her in Gumiho. I just loved it. She was fantastic in this. I loved everything about her, becoming a human and being so clueless about everything. Damn, obviously my favorite character. So strong-willed, so beautiful, so energetic. I just liked her. She sold this character for me, and she did it right. Her friends. I think Jin was perfect. I don't think she needed the other friend. If I'm being honest, the other friend's story was irrelevant to the entire plot. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And it was less believable that she was a college student for me. I don't know what it is. I remember watching her in Destined With You, and I think that whole character suited her better. I've seen her in something else too, but I don't really remember what it was. But her character in this was less believable for me. Was she a good addition as Dam's friend? Yes, but I just didn't think that they needed her. I think Jin's role in this whole thing was more suitable for Dam and that whole dynamic than the other girl. The chemistry between Sa and Dam was beautiful. Every time he would smile, I was like, God, girl, how are you standing still? I just loved it. Every time he would smile at her, it was so pure and it was so innocent and it was just so lovely. I really did like their chemistry. I thought that they worked absolutely fantastic together. And I loved that in this, Dam knew what she wanted and she just went for it. I thought that it was beautifully written and the characters really did shine, during the entire show. Her strong will was one of my favorite things about her. Like I said, when she pulled the mountain spirit, I loved it. The mountain spirit was useless to me. It was so annoying. I was so annoyed. So annoyed. God. Let's not even talk about the mountain spirit because he just didn't do it for me throughout this entire thing. Another thing that I absolutely loved was the fact that they left her a college student. They didn't try to mature the character just because she was dating this 900,000-year-old, Gumiho, who is now a human being. They didn't do any of that. They left her a college student. She was, she had all those emotions of being in a love triangle, tied her destiny to one person, loving another. I just loved all of that about her. I thought that Sonu was done dirty and he should sue somebody. I don't know if he's suing Dam or he's suing Sa, but he should sue somebody. No, you know what? He should sue the mountain spirit because that's who owes him. I knew that his sister and Dam's brother would definitely be a thing when I noticed that they were wearing the same uniform. I was like, these people will end up together. But the way she was like, we're dating as of now, I was like, girl, yes. I love a girl who knows her mind. Obviously, they will fall in love. I don't think their story was enough for them to do a spin-off. But I wouldn't mind seeing like a 2-episoder of them. I wouldn't mind. I kind of like her. She reminds me of the Dam herself. That's the thing. She reminds me of Lee Dam. So I would not mind seeing that development and that relationship grow into something, in the future. But I loved it. If you haven't seen it, I would rate this a solid 8.9, if I'm being honest. Why do I always say that? I'm always being honest. So why do I say if I'm being honest? I would rate it an 8.9. It's a solid series that I can rewatch over and over again. Loved it. Absolutely 100%. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. It's on Prime. That's where I watched it. But you can watch it on any of the platforms that you currently watch your shows, guys. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, leave your comments, and hit that bell so you know when I post new videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles!